Emekwali is there, the founder of Microsoft, the only man who calculated 1 billion messages in 1 second. Nobody have done it. Nobody have broken that record. It's coming from an Igbo man. So they have seen in all ramifications that the sophistication of these people is enough for them to be recognized. How do they recognize? Go and see the foundations and the groundbreaking record of Igbos globally in Guinness Book of Records. Go to there and find out, who broke the Guinness Book of Records more than any other tribe. That's what they said. I mentioned it sometime in this platform. The fourth richest, and of course, the 6th most traveled tribe in the world.
I was wondering, because even after Nigerian government tagged IPOB a terrorist organization, Biafra has gathered in Latifunda under the watchful eye of international media, and they declared Biafra.
Yeah.
Nobody was harassed, nobody was arrested. It means the world understand that these are peaceful people, and what they want is self-determination. And apart from that, you address it together. The foreign affairs minister from Russia made it very clear that the countries of the world and UN should, going forward, start respecting self-determination.
Yes, agreed with the Russian foreign minister when he made that statement. He's not the only one that has made that statement. A lot of people has made that statement in that regard. But he came to a point because, see, Vladimir Putin understand the presence of Biafra. I can tell the country solidly. They don't need anybody to introduce anything to them. And these nations across the globe, even in Japan, China, they have ties. They have areas where things are being discussed. It is possible that Biafra is already breaking their ties with United Kingdom, Britain, and they understand that. Britain understand that very well, and they are ready to let go. They are ready to sign, endorse it, to give a signature to it. Then coming to the establishment of IPOB, how IPOB came about. If you look at the charter that established something like that has to do with self-determination, you will see that it's already in line with United Nations requirements charter. So when you talk about indigenous people, it gives the United Nations the impact that is required to understand a civil society, a civil nation, a sovereign nation like Biafra. Because we are talking about indigenous people. And if you look at it from other ramifications, Biafra as a nation has the spread, has what it takes to stand as a nation. A population of 80 million is not a joke. A population, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about those who are already writing to the American government, writing to United Nations, writing to the world, about their interest to join Biafra movement at any point in time. And not only that, get involved into multi-billion dollar first phase of project sponsorship in Biafra land when it is being recognized.
But were you surprised when Putin invited Biafran exiled soldiers to join BRICS, seeing that Nigerian government is not a member of that economic bloc?
Yes, that's why I'm saying that already now you can see the Cold War between China and America, and America is very careful because America needs some allies also in West Africa and of course in Africa, and Biafra is ready to fill that space as one of the Sahel nations. China also is fighting for a space in Africa. But let me tell you, the concept of BRICS was as a result of what France and Germany and the rest of them were trying to do, recolonizing Africa again, bringing Africa, suppressing Africa the more, until the likes of the guy from Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, Senegal, and the rest of them begin to rise to question the rationale why a nation like Burkina Faso, Niger, can be a sovereign nation and they don't have a central bank, and the central bank is in France. So many of these things, they looked at it and said, no, we need to stand up, we need to do, and that was what happened. And when they came out, you can see that every French soldier in that land were sent back to their lands, respectively. So, in order to see how they are going to come back to recognition, by these world powers, you cannot tell anybody today that Moscow, which is the largest country in the world, seeking relevance in Africa, should just be something, no, that's not correct. So they are looking at potential, partners, and they see Biafra as a potential partner, because the Biafran government, the Biafra agitation is well organized all over the world. You can see them, you can feel them, they are not hidden. So and having enjoyed an intelligence report that any moment from now, the nation is going to emerge. And remember, once Biafra emerge, a lot of nations will want to, engage in bilateral relationship, either the ones to maintain the ones they have gone into or to establish new ones. So Biafra, Russia recognizing Biafra as a big partner, well, it's a good development, and I think a lot of Biafran's professionals, has worked towards that direction, and it's a good development for Biafra. And of course, what they want to understand with the trade agreement between currency agreement between the Sahel nation, which they are already including Biafra. But the significant factor of this all is that they are already foreseeing that Biafra is going to be the giant of Africa in less than 5 years of establishment, meaning that the world are ready to deposit over $300 trillion on the first phase of establishing Biafra as a sovereign nation, considering the maritime strength of Biafra that is connected to the Russian, China, and the rest of the world, and other things that has to do with human resources, and of course intelligence, and the resilience to go into innovation without any white man's input.
Now let me ask this question, because we understand that someone like NNAMDI KANU have been incarceration of GSSO unjustly. We are equally seeing Samarepa being heard by Finnish authority. In the event that NNAMDI KANU is released, going by the protracted detention, do you think he will still have the morale to continue with the struggle?
The United Nations is already jubilating because NNAMDI KANU has already made the requirement for the recognition of Biafra. That's the joy of that resilient spirit, and that's the joy of what we want to see. We want to see, is this guy actually serious about this? And NNAMDI KANU has proved it over the years, that he is ready, and he has shown that he's committed to that struggle. That's what the United Nations want to see. You look at the case of all the freedom fighters all over the world, from Ahmad Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, it's, a lot of them, Kamas, what is the guy from Cuba, Fidel Castro. Look at all of them from the beginning. Even this George Washington of America, look at their past too, they have tested these people, and you remember that it's even glorious and marvelous that the Northern Elders Forum are saying that now that Igbos have gotten a leader, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the new face of leadership of Igbo people. So it's a credit to to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a credit to the agitation. It's a credit to the United Nations recognition of all the protocols, of all the workabilities and modalities of self-determination. Nnamdi Kanu has consistently made those requirements.
Okay, now let us take our attention to Igbo proper, River State proper. Because the way it stands, someone like I said, come out clearly to say, surprisingly anyway, that the River State is jaw almost everywhere is populated by the Igbos. There's a video where he have atomized it, community by community, how they came from different
Pastor.
Of course, it's an eye-opening.
Pastor, no, to them. Abi, to them. Not forgetting that Sarah Uwe is still occupying Odumeku Oduku's house up to this moment till he died. Abundant property. The most of them changed their name after schooling in Omaya Government College. Every class school in Government College Omaya. All of them school in Government College Omaya. That's because of war, which can happen at any point in time. You just turn against your blood brothers. That's quite unfortunate. Today, you can see what is happening. Even Fubara himself knows. He has, at any point in time, I can give you, he even said that most of those people who are militants in Niger Delta militants are Igbos. The governor said it. Thus, I can tell you that what Awolowo said during the eve of Niger Biafra war. The war is supposed to take place like tomorrow, and there's a press statement by Awolowo. Awolowo, unfortunately, Awolowo went to that way somehow, but I can tell you that the population of minorities in Nigeria is not less than 1 million in the eastern region. We can go and find out the record. And why Awolowo was saying, this remaining 900,000 people, can you protect them? What does it mean? That even in Bayelsa State, you see Igbo communities.
So that is true.
No, but I don't know what is true. I don't know how this. But when we talk about Ijo, Isaac Boro, I don't want to go there. I can tell you history of what transpired because I've been in Bayelsa, I've been in Amasoma. There's no place in Bayelsa I've not been to. I've been to where an MSA came from. Most of an MSA children married Igbo, but you will not know. But every time they come to the public, they downgrade Igbo. I study River State, and I can tell you.
No,
So no, what he's telling you is in line with what we can say. Is it not in line? We can say very clearly that they just are a minority, and without Igbo, there's no Ijo. But that's not what we're looking at because the Ijo nation has been there before. Of course, part of River State was also part of what we are seeing in Bayelsa State. But that's not the reason that we have come to acknowledge that the only place we have Ijo is in Bayelsa, but it just phrase like Igbo's phrase. And what we are trying to tell our South brothers is that there is no nation without ethnic minorities. I've never seen.
But in South, like they want to call it, going by political creation, in Delta State, for instance, Delta North Senatorial District is purely Igbo-speaking part of Delta. Talking about 9 local governments and the biggest senatorial district in Delta State. Of course, that is the senatorial district of the senator talking about Ned Nwoko. And Ned Nwoko have made it very clear that he's an Igbo man.
No, he's not hiding it. Okay, let me tell you, we understand what happened. But as I'm telling you, it's going to be like the Jews of this world today. The coming together of the Jews. I'm telling you that. What you're seeing in Israel, the coming together of all the Jews all over the world. It's going to happen in Biafra land, where all these fragments created by the Northern Fulanis and Yoruba Arabs, to make sure that they dig their holes. One day, that discrimination, that divide, that division they have created as a result of that war, people will cover it up. People will blend and know. I know that, of course, over the years, Igbo man has proven that he can live without the oil. And still, they are the fourth richest tribe in the world. Yeah, without oil, you're not going to say oil, no, not just that oil. So people when they come there, they know themselves. They go say they don't know themselves. They know themselves. As simple as that. But the Igbo man has lived without that oil for how many years and still come out and had enjoyed a wonderful record in the global space as the fourth richest tribe in the world. The sixth most traveled. So what does that tell you?
But when we are talking about South, East, North, West, Northeast, some people will argue that it is for ease of governance. But some people argue that it was a way of trying to fragment the Igbos.
Okay, let me tell you, if it is for ease of governance, why is it that the North still referred Middle Belt as the North?
North Central.
No, North Central still referred as the North. If it's for easy governance, then when they want to do a coalition, they talk about 19. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? They talk about 19 states of the North. But do you understand what I'm saying? But here, when you say, I want to go to Port Harcourt, they will tell you say Port Harcourt is not Igbo. They say Benin CC, if you go to there is CC, because that's why they told you that Igbos is the largest ethnic nationality in Nigeria. Foremost best setters in Nigeria. No, we take the record.
And the fourth richest tribe in the whole world.
Well, I'm going to find out. I will continue to say it. If you have any other thing, you bring it. Let us make our verifications. You see what is yes, you see what is happening in Anambra State now. On Obi Kubana's 50th birthday, somebody from Umuahia that Obi Kubana helped with just a keke driver, no school, nothing. The man decided to help him, has given Obi Kubana up to 100 keke for his birthday. Is Obi Kubana going to chop the keke? He's going to give it out. But that's what I'm talking about, where you don't understand that this is not, wake up in the morning, you go to an office and use your Bible and you siphon money. You do not contribute any skillful, any productive input in the society. The Igbo people are the people who are struggling to Nigeria to move forward. The former president said that Igbos are mobile economy. This one is saying, no, this guy. Then at the end, when it comes to reality, the Igbo man is good. See, bros, we cannot continue to put the black man nature, the black man world into the gutters, simply because we are part of this thing. So but the Bible said that through one man salvation came, and through one man sin came. Maybe through the restoration of Biafra, Africa will be liberated. That is, black man will be liberated. Look at the insult coming from the United States of America. Go back to your country. Go back to your country. Good. It's because our country is not working. There's no modern nation. There's no kingdom we can refer to. There's no anything in the black man or a nation the black man can be proud of. And that is why the Bible has ordered the recognition of the kingdom of Biafra as the first Jewish black nation in the world. That's the campaign. And we are not there to kill anybody. Can the world recognize it? Can the world see this thing, as an added value to peaceful coexistence and humanity in Africa? It's as simple as that. I don't want to talk about anything in Nigeria because you can see, Nigeria has been riddled in corruption. The foundation was found in corruption. The leadership found in corruption. The process that coupled give us our temporary unity is also riddled, swindled, in struggling in the mud of corruption. We cannot even see. Corruption has blinded everybody from having a proper perspective to governance. And we cannot continue to do that.
But if I may ask you this last question, because some people argue that the link between the Biafrans or the Igbos, as some people want to put it, is what gave them that resilience, and of course, see that the Jews by themselves are very successful in anything they lay hand on. That same blessing from God is what is working in the
I will not tell you lie. If you look at it very well, now if you don't agree, make you go see transformer there, go hang out. Not be we do am. But bros, what if you have decided to choose the other way around? Because I can remember.
No, someone said that's the way.
No. Bro, let me tell you, it comes with a struggle too. Look at what happened in 460 years of the Jews Israel's existence in Egypt. 460 years. We are there calm. We are there. You don't know how to get wisdom. The wisdom is in labor. When you labor, you acquire wisdom. When you labor, they labored in Egypt for 460 years and acquired expertise. Igbos are laboring. They are in France, they are in Germany, they are everywhere in the world. How did the present day Israel, get to the level they are? Yes, everything you are seeing in this world, every industry, every process of innovation, every process of scientific breakthrough, if you look at the genesis behind it, they are all Jews. I've never seen anyone. Is it electricity? Is it motor? Is it the biggest factor in the world? I've just given you an instances of Julius Berger now. Julius Berger and his wife died in concentration camp. 5 years after, the same Jews gathered and started Julius Berger as a construction company. They never allow it to die. But if it is Nigeria, they will kill it. That's what we're talking about. So what do you decide to choose the other side? Because we recognize, if you go to Nri now, Nri Kingdom, any day anybody has that opportunity, we'll go there, you see things for yourself. You will know actually that we are connected to the Jews of the Bible. But you will see it clearly. It's where I have been, it's where I have seen things myself. You will notice it clearly that the sign of David there does not just come ordinarily. It is something our great-great-grand linked to God has established.
So you mean the sign of David is in Nri as we speak?
I can tell you, but I don't want to mention that secret. Let me keep it, But I can tell you that there are some places in the Bible that their skull is still in Anambra today as a mark of heritage and lineage and genetical connection to today.
Maybe as part of investigative journalism, one day we'll make our way to
yes, you find out. But let me give you the last note. There was a governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Namani. If you can remember, he was a one-time governor of Enugu State. When he was governor, he had a world conference of Jewish diplomats. They all gathered in Enugu. I can still remember. Under Chimaroke Namani, they gathered in Enugu. There are mysterious things about Enugu, about Igbo land that are still hidden.
So what you're saying that Eri is the root of Igbos.
Of course, Eri. You know, you have,
came from.
yes, you have Eri, you have Uri. You have Eri, you have Uri. Eri is the progenitor of Igbo race.
So it can, all Igbo race can be traced back to.
Simple.